think that's a really interesting question because Moët Hennessy traditionally is a B2B, so we're not direct to consumer. So how do we get into that space, or how do we understand that space? So we did attempt to go into the retail space a number of years ago with an e-commerce platform, but where we struggle being the premium brands is in the price point, because our products being at that premium level will never be discounted. So trying to compete with some of our own customers at that price point just doesn't work. So where can we compete? It is to do with experience. It's to do with telling a story of our brands. Our brands are hundreds of years old. So that premium story, that journey to take our potential customers on, is definitely the area that our online presence is able to look after. Driving people to tastings, driving people for experiences, come to our maisons, come and visit where the heritage of our brands began. That's the premiumization that we need to be looking for. Personalisation is an interesting one as well. We certainly have some of our brands that like to concentrate on moments. If you look at Moët, for example, we have in Australia, we have Mother's Day or gifting moments where we give customers the opportunity to personalise bottles. So, you can engrave a bottle, or Veuve Clicquot, for example, also does events where certain times of the year we give the customers opportunities to personalise the boxes or the container in which the bottle comes in. So that's also special. Then we also have in our whiskies, we have the communities that you mentioned. So Ardbeg whiskey has one of the biggest online communities globally, and we do certainly premiumization and special sales for those community members. That kind of comes back to the same again, because as I mentioned, not being retailers, our role as the distributor or the owner of the maison is to more tell a story. So we tell a story of the history, we tell a story of our heritage, and driving the consumers to go and experience our products, experience our brands. Whether that's in a food pairing in a restaurant or in one of our partner retail stores. But yeah, it's more about the experience and the heritage of our brands. So from our point of view, again, not being a retail brand, so our focus is we still are marketing, so we are still sending information to consumers from a marketing perspective. But from a technology point of view, in terms of retail, that's not where we sit. So we do operate one store in Asia Pacific, having said that, and it's a Hennessy store in China. So it was, again, a bit of a test and learn, proof of concept, if you like, of our retail experience in China. So within that retail store is all of the technology you would expect around point of sale, CRM, gathering of consumer insights, consumer information. There's also a loyalty program raced around that retail store, but in that case it was China specific around WeChat. From the experience we have had dipping our toes into retail, the key things to ensure you are relevant is obviously a unified customer data platform. There were some very good talking points in this morning's sessions around cleansing data, making sure you have that single view of the customer, which is obvious. And if you can get that full life cycle from first communication through to final sale, then that's obviously key to ensuring that customer experience is the best retail. From our point of view, it's really about the experience. Whether it's in that restaurant, in that bar, or with our partner, the luxury experience and the takeaways that the customer will have from learning about and from tasting the heritage in all of our products. Very well controlled. It's the same in most global luxury organizations, where centrally the brands are very well controlled, monitored, what the brands locally are allowed and not allowed to do. There are controls in place to make sure that you follow brand guidelines, brand marketing plans. So localization is definitely possible because you need to make it relevant. It could be with a local KOL or a local influencer maybe in that market, local sponsorships of events or following certain events in certain markets. We're also lucky enough now to have the Formula One relationship where we partner with Formula One, so we have the global reach again from all of the localizations of the Formula One. We operate with Moët Hennessy with central maisons, and those maisons have marketing teams that obviously when you look at our brands anywhere in the world, you would recognize them. So there are central marketing messages that come from our maisons, and then you mentioned, which is a very key point, the individual market localizations. So markets are taking the centralized global marketing plans and ideas, and then they're tweaking them to their local markets. In Asia, obviously, we have multiple different cultures and various markets. Some markets are dark markets as well, so we have to also overcome the challenge of markets that we're not allowed to market in. No online presence in certain markets as well. So I think that central approach, the standardizing of globally recognized brands, everybody knows a bottle of our champagne wherever you are in the world. That obviously helps when the brands themselves are so strong. I think it comes back to again around the experience. So to remain premium, it is about a story. It's storytelling. The product at the end is the outcome of hundreds of years worth of history, of story, of different relevance in different markets. So to remain premium, it is keeping your core relevant to that. For us, as I said, we're not retailers, we're distributors, we work with partners. So the premiumization of that retail experience really does evolve around sensory, tastings, stories, food pairings. How can we make that experience something special for the consumer?